Global growth is picking up, but inflation, trade tensions, and political uncertainty still loom. Welcome to QQ News. Let's break down last week's key developments. The JP Morgan Global PMI Composite rose to 52.4 in July, its highest level since December, signaling an annualized growth of 2.7%, which is up from 2% in quarter two. The IMF still projects 3.3% GDP growth for 2025 and 2026, but warns of persistent inflation risks. In the US, the leading economic index fell 0.3% in June, which is down 2.8% in H1, though the coincident index rose 0.3%. Now, real GDP grew 3% annualized in Q2, negative 0.5% contraction in Q1. Consumer demand and lower imports drove the recovery. However, private domestic investment fell 15.6%. Business confidence is at a 2.5-year low, and PMI data shows average selling prices rising, which is fueling short-term inflation concerns. Meanwhile, the US has ramped up tariffs to up to 100% on goods from over 60 countries, 50% on India, 30 to 145% on China, and 35% on Canada, though 85% of trade is still protected by the USMCA agreement. The goal of these tariffs is to strengthen local manufacturing. The side effect? Higher trade deficit and slower infrastructure investment. The Nasdaq and S&P 500 hit fresh highs, led by tech and AI-linked companies, which is now 35% of the S&P. Now, Morgan Stanley warns of 3 risks: slowing job market, overconcentration in a handful of stocks, and rising stagflation risk. Chicago Fed President Goolsbee says it's too soon to cut rates in September, citing core inflation rising from 2.9 to 3.1%. Calls for a 50 BPS rate cut to stimulate growth. The tug of war between monetary and fiscal policy could define our economy in Q4. Recovery is here, but it is fragile. Investors should watch inflation, trade disputes, and policy shifts closely. That's it for today's QQ Market Insight. Now, are you ready to position your portfolio for both strength and protection? We invite you to book your free strategy session with our experts at QQ Capital Fund. Follow us on social media for more daily updates and visit us at qqcapitalfund.com to book that session today. Until next time.